Hello and welcome to Module 3. Module 3 is your last module in the Weather Report project. Module 3 will run from Monday, August 15th to Sunday, August 21st at 11:59 p.m. You want to please make sure that you are turning any and all assignments by Sunday 21st at 11:59 p.m. So this week, you are going to be digging deeper into severe weather and you are actually going to become a meteorologist. So your objectives for this week is students will create a weather report using a template and the capture sheet from Module 2. And students will use a rubric to cross-check their reports. Here is our checklist for Module 3. So you are going to view this week's video, the video that I'm making right now. After that, you're going to pull up your capture sheet from Module 2. Next, you're going to watch the videos talking about complete sentences and punctuation. After that, you're going to open the rubric and read it over. Next, you're going to make a copy of the report slides and begin. And finally, you're going to refer back to the rubric to ensure you did not forget any components. This video, when it is completed, it will be posted right over here under the Resources tab. So the first thing that you need to do for this week is pull up the capture sheet that you completed in Module 2. You are not starting over, you are not completing a new capture sheet, you are using the same one from last week. If you remember last week, you chose one severe weather phenomenon to work on and you completed that part only. You did not complete the entire capture sheet, just your part. So please make sure you pull that up. Right after that, you are going to watch these two videos. The first video is about how to make complete sentences, and the second video is an intro to punctuation. So the reason why I want you to watch these videos is because your report is going to be read by people wanting to know about the severe weather phenomenon that you chose. So you want to make sure that your writing is in complete sentences with little to no grammatical issues. Okay, so watching these videos will help refresh your memory about what complete sentences look like and how punctuation needs to be included in your sentences. The rubric over here, this rubric, you are going to be referring to the rubric both before and after completing your report. So this rubric is going to help you include all the necessary components in order to receive full points on your project. So over here, you are aiming for exemplary, okay? Now I'll actually pull it up. Over here for the rubric, you don't need to make a copy because you're not going to be writing on this. So you are actually making, your report is going to be in the form of Google Slides. And this actually takes you through every single slide, telling you exactly what you need in each slide. So this is a great resource to continue to refer back to make sure you are including everything that you need to include. So your front page, this is what you're aiming for, okay? Your second page, this is what you're aiming for. Your next page, okay, and so on and so forth. You want to aim for exemplary. You want to include everything in this column to the best of your abilities, okay? I'm looking at the front page. I am looking at the next page with a definition. I am looking at a page on wind. I am looking on a page about characteristics and facts. I am looking for a page that has safety precautions, and I am looking that you are including complete sentences and correct punctuation. I know this may seem a little confusing, but once I go to our slides, you'll get a better look at what exactly I'm talking about. So that is actually why I wanted you to look at the rubric both before and after your report. So once you're done taking a look at the rubric, you're going to go down and you're actually going to take a look at this example that I made over here. So this is just an example of what your presentation might look like. If you notice, I chose to work with earthquakes, and earthquakes was not one of the options that you were allowed to choose. And I chose that option because I didn't want to, give away anything or, I didn't want to do the project for you. So that's why I chose to do earthquakes. So you can open this up in a separate tab. And again, you don't have to make a copy of it because again, this is just an example. So over here, I made sure to include the title of the severe weather phenomenon I have, and I made sure to include my name. And in that rubric, those are the requirements here. So you want to make sure you're doing that. The next page, I put the name of my severe weather phenomenon up here. I wrote a definition of what earthquakes are, and I gave 2 photos that are relevant. So I'm working with earthquakes. I didn't put a picture of cupcakes, right? Or I didn't put a picture of dogs. I made sure to make or to include pictures that are relevant to what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can take a look at that. So the requirements for this page is to make sure that you have your title, a definition, and 2 relevant photographs. That's the expectation on this page. Next, if you notice, a lot of the information, or almost all the information, is going to come from your capture sheet. So in your capture sheet, you had a section on wind. So because I did earthquakes, earthquakes don't really have anything to do with wind, so I made sure to explain that. Over here, the expectation is that you write 2 sentences at the least explaining what the wind looks like during your severe weather phenomenon, and 1 picture. And I should say 1 relevant photo. So not a random picture, a photo that goes with what you're saying. The next slide is 3 characteristics or facts. So again, same thing on your capture sheet. Over here was other characteristics or facts. You are giving me 3 facts that you think people should know about your severe weather phenomenon. So you can take a look at that. So the requirement here is 3 facts or characteristics. And then finally, the last slide is about safety precautions. So this is basically how people stay safe during the severe weather. So over here, the requirement is that you write 3 ways at the least of how people can stay safe, and add at least 1 photo. 2 photos would be great. Okay, so 3 safety precautions and 1 to 2 photos, relevant photos again, on your severe weather. And as you're completing all of these slides, you want to make sure that you have complete sentences and that your grammar is the best that it can possibly be. Okay, again, people are going to be taking a look at this. You want to make sure that they can understand all of your hard work. So after you take a look at the example, you can actually begin your report. So over here, this is where you're actually going to make a copy. So this is, before I click on it, I just kind of want to explain it a little bit, but it is a template for your report. So you are going to be working on this slide. Okay, so again, you really want to make sure that you're making a copy here, because you don't want to be working on somebody else's stuff. Sorry. All right. Sorry about that. And here it is, report template. So over here, you are able to edit the slide. So you have to click on Google Slides over here, and it should be right in there. And I'll also be sure to include the link just in case. So once you get over here, I kind of tried to make it easy for you. So over here, you notice tornado, blizzard, thunderstorm, and hurricane. You are not reporting on all of these things. So what you're going to do, say for example, you're working on hurricane, you're going to highlight thunderstorm, blizzard, and tornado, and you're just going to get rid of it. Okay? And there's your severe weather phenomenon, and after that, you're going to put your name. I'm actually just going to undo that just because I don't want to mess up the template. And that's why it's super important to, as soon as you open it, you may go to File and you make a copy of the entire presentation. Okay? Sorry, I forgot to show you that. File, make a copy, entire presentation, and then you may begin to edit. Over here, you're going to type your severe weather. So again, if you're doing hurricanes, you're going to erase this, and you're going to put in hurricanes. And then you're going to put the definition. So whatever it is, hurricanes. So hurricanes are, or a tornado is, and then you're going to give the definition here. and you're going to insert 2 pictures of your severe weather. Okay, and you're going to erase this when you're done. You don't want that in your slide. Okay, but again, it's just there as extra notes. All right, and then also notice that there are speaker notes here. Okay, so over here it says here you will give the definition of your severe weather. So just some extra support there. Over here, you're going to talk about what the wind is like during your severe weather phenomenon, and you're going to insert 1 photo. Okay. Over here, you're going to insert 3 characteristics or facts about your severe weather phenomenon. If you notice, pictures are not required. And finally, your safety precautions. So you're going to talk about 3 ways people can stay safe during the severe weather. And then you're going to insert 2 photos. And I should say these little hints over here, those can be deleted as well. So in the wind, where it says talk about what wind is like, once you've talked about it, you can delete that. Okay? And you can delete that too once you've completed it. So at the end, it should look something like this, without having those speaker notes, just straight facts and whatever it is that your content was. Okay? You shouldn't have those little notes that I'm making for you. You want it like over here where it says insert 2 photos. You don't want to keep that there. You're going to insert the 2 photos and you're going to get rid of this, so it's not in the way. Okay? And then once you're finally done with your slides, you are going to refer back to your rubric to make sure that you've completed everything that you need. So now if we refer back to the rubric, it's going to make more sense. So it says for the front page, you need to make sure that you have your name and the name of your severe weather. And the next page, you need to make sure that you have a well-written definition of the severe weather and 2 photos that are relevant. Here it talks about how for the wind page, you need to include 2 to 3 sentences explaining wind conditions for your severe weather with 1 relevant photo, and so on and so forth. Okay, again, you are aiming for exemplary. So you want to make sure that right after you're finished with your slides, you are going back to that rubric and you are making sure that you've done everything you need to in that exemplary column. All right. And then once you're done, you are going to share that slide with me, and then that is it. So once you've shared, again, all of the information is right over here. But once you've shared your document, you have completed your weather report project. Congratulations. It is hard work, and I know you guys can do it. Again, just make sure you're going through every aspect of this module, and you will be just fine. If you need any support or help, I am here. You can email me at any time, and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Awesome job, guys, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. Thank you so much.